everyone. It is a Monday. I'm on my way into the shop. Where are we at? 7:15. Hope you had a splendid weekend. It was a good one. Spent time with the family. Obviously Saturday was mental, but we got it all done and more. So can't ask more than that. Happy customers, that's what we want. So it's a Monday morning, the temperature's proper chilly, it's lush. We've got rain, really bad rain for the next couple of days. Big storm coming in tonight. So we're gonna have like swirly torrential rain for the next sort of 2 days. This morning I've got a T5 booked in for a head unit and camera, but I did ring him last week to speak to him about the situation of head units and see which one he wanted to have, and he didn't come back to me. So I'm wondering if this is going to be a bust and a cancellation, possibly. It's the way of the world, unfortunately. At the minute, people are really, they're not really thoughtful, and thinking about other people and their businesses for a start. They're just, you know, wasting time. It's annoying, really frustrating. Then this afternoon I've got a Porsche, I think it's a Cayenne. That one's coming in for a head unit swap. He's already got an aftermarket unit in there, but we're either going from it's either a Kenwood to a Pioneer or a Pioneer to a Kenwood. We're doing a swap. So we'll get something new in there, that'd be nice. We are on the move for breakfast. We need some kind of sustenance, so maybe a bacon or a croissant. But I wanted to touch on one thing. The YouTube stuff is growing massively. Like we're getting more and more comments in the section. Lots of new subscribers. If you've pressed that button, thank you. If you haven't, give it a tickle. So I can't thank you enough. You are helping the channel grow. The money is on the up. Subscribers are on the up. Watch time is on the up. Everything is growing, which is more than I could ask for. That's great. And obviously we just need to keep it going. So share the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, all the usual stuff. But I did have some the other day which kind of bothered me a little bit, and it was somebody who kind of found me through the social media networks and whatnot, and had commented on the Facebook page basically criticising how I'd done a job, which you're gonna get, you are gonna get. But let's be clear, if you are a professional and you've got years of experience in the business, you don't jump on somebody else's business page and start criticising them publicly. That's not professional. If your installs are better than somebody else's, then just leave it there. You don't need to go and tell them on a page publicly that you'd have done it differently and this is where you went wrong, right? That's not professional. There's enough work out there for everyone, and everyone's got their own little ways of doing things, right or wrong. Safe is safe, working is working. That's the rules. Now, I follow and I do watch 5-star, and the guy is extremely talented, right? Both of them are. They're very, very knowledgeable, and the work that they do is really nice. I'm not knocking their business at all. I like what they do, but in a normal, ideal world, unless you're charging £1,000 for an amp install, some of that stuff is not feasible in this country. Obviously we're running a business, so safe working installations of a good manner, that's key. You don't need to wrap up every single cable that you ever have in a vehicle, right? It comes with shielding on it, it comes with protection on it. In my 27 years of doing this, as long as you run that cable safely, as in not over sharp edges and things like that, you don't need to cover them end to end in fancy black wrapping. That's just for aesthetics. It's just to make it look nice and hide it with a standard loom. You don't necessarily need to do that. If you add up all the stuff that is on one of those installations, it amounts to quite a lot of money in materials alone, let alone knowledge and labour. Now, if people are going to pay that, or he's doing it at a loss to be able to put the content out there, then fair enough. But as a normal day-to-day thing, I don't wrap every single cable I hide under a carpet. I don't cover everything in heat shrink. I don't, you know, taping safe cable runs is where it's at. And the rest of it, it's just not penis waving, it's making it look nice, and he does do a wonderful job at making every install he has look nice. But as far as business sense goes, if you added up all those parts, your amp install would be astronomical, and people unfortunately in England don't want to pay that, so we don't do it. So please don't jump on my page and tell me that I'm doing something wrong, because it's not professional and it's not nice. You have your way of doing it, I have mine. Let's just leave it there.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Morning everyone. So we've got our first one in this morning, a lovely Porsche Cayman. We've got a really old school Pioneer in here, which I've not seen one of these in many moons. That bad boy there, look at that, that's some timepiece. But we're swapping it out. He wants to have a newer CD player with Alexa built in and all that, so we're going with this Kenwood, the DPX 5200 BT. So he's going to have Bluetooth, so same again, we'll have a microphone in the front there. Take that out, change all that. It should be a fairly straightforward swap in. Remove the champagne fascia, all the hard bits pretty much done because we've already got an aftermarket in. So this one should be nice and simple. So I'm going to crack on with this, I'll come back to you in a bit. And there we go everyone. So we pulled out all of the Pioneer bump, blue tack behind the radio. It's always a treat. And we got our Kenwood in. That works well. On and off with the key as he requested. So you're not turning the ignition on, it's just on the pulse of the ignition. It doesn't do digital radio, which I think he was asking for. So we'll have to look into that one. But anyway, we will give them a ring, tell them this one is done, and he can come pick it up. Evening, everyone. Alex is running super late. Hope you're good. What have I got to tell you? We got the Porsche done this morning. He's left, very happy. But it was a Russian Kenwood unit from internet. And he's going to be coming back in, I think, for a CarPlay unit. He won't be keeping that unit. That'll go back to Amazon. That's where he bought it from. That's going to be the case now. Unfortunately, there's lots of cheap units out there. Not in this country. People are going to start buying elsewhere, which means we're going to start getting issues with warranties and things like that because the units are foreign. But I've been having a day of bad ideas. R2D2's out. You see the cube's looking a bit low. It fits. And I am genuinely worried about my ears, the cube's roof, the windows, and anything else that's inside that poor little vehicle that's going to have the absolute living daylights beaten out of it. But we have got a show coming up this weekend, and it's a cube, so why not have the cube inside the cube? It's a hell of a sub box, it's a hell of an amp. The wood and all the cable stuff and bits and bobs on the floor is because I've actually put a split charging system in the cube, because obviously that little battery, it won't cope a slap from that sub. So there's O gauge in it, there's a split charging system. We've got a massive leisure battery in there to help with the draw, you know, 2 batteries better than 1. So that's what I've been doing today. After the Porsche, I thought, you know, I've not played with that thing in a while. It needs to go back in a car. So that's what we've done. So I'm going to lock up and I'll come back to you when I'm in the car. I'll see you in a bit.
Told me you had subscribed to ASC Audio and now you've missed an episode.